Thank you very much, Len, for the happy birthday. It's my 24th birthday, by the way. I may not seem as, I guess, quote unquote old. Not that 24 is that old, but some people might think I'm like younger, but no, 24. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feel old. Not gonna lie, but I'm only 24. I shouldn't worry too much about it. Once I get to my like late 30s, early 40s, that's when I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I need to get my shit together. But right now, I'm just 24. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for the happy birthday as well. So as you can see from the title and the thumbnail of this live stream, I'm going to be doing this on the side. I'm going to be getting the lotto boxes out the way just because I have a little bit of lotto boxes to go through. I didn't farm this lotto as much as the last one. Thank you, that guy, for the happy birthday. And Al, by the way. So I'm going to be doing that on the side, but at the same time, I'm going to be looking at the guaranteed SSR for New Year's 2022 and decide which one I want to go for. Thank you, Hunter, for the happy birthday. I'm 24. How old are you guys, by the way? I want to get a general idea of the people who watch my shit. So I'm in my 20s, so I want to see if you guys are around my same age, maybe a bit older, maybe a bit younger. Okay, so some 20, 21, 23. All right, so we're all around the same place. That's cool. That's good to know. It's good to know. Do you guys feel old yet? Because I kind of feel old. You're 26. Oh, shit. Nice, Alex. You're older than me, my guy. You're older than me. But yeah, so I'm going to be looking through the 2022 guaranteed summon for New Year's. And let me know, guys, which one are you guys going to choose? Because it's divided by class. For the most part, obviously, with the extra classes, that's when it gets kind of funky. Because there's not that many extra classes to dedicate to just one or separate guaranteed banners. And that would be a lot of guaranteed banners. You're 25, Archer Blades, aka other Alex, aka the Alex I actually met in real life. What? I feel like I know this already. But I did for some reason. I guess I don't remember that you're, I guess, a little bit older than me. Holy shit! Do you feel old? I mean, you seem to have your shit together. Going to Japan soon. You're gonna be studying abroad. Shit's looking good for you, my guy. You're 30, lucky fools. Holy. I recently bought a $200 Okida Alter figure. Oh, nice. I think I know which one you're talking about because I've been seeing it lately when I go to random anime stores in my area and whatnot. But yes, that's cool, man. That's cool. Archer's real name is Alex. Yeah, I know like quite a bit of Alex. I know like 2 Alexes in real life. I'm sure I know more, actually. And then there's a couple of Alexes on the stream, right, on my channel. So there's, of course, Saber, Archer, Lancer, Rider. And, oh, by the way, Lancers might be the one I might choose. Caster, Assassin. Assassin's my second choice, but I'm going to be looking through every single one and deciding from there. Berserker, which I'm probably not going to choose just because Hijikata's there. If Hijikata was not here, honestly, this would be one of my choices. Just because NP3 Arjuna Alter or Kentucky would be great. Extra class, which is kind of tempting, not going to lie. And then extra class too. So instead of just looking at it like this, I am actually going to make another tier list. I know I've been doing a lot of tier lists lately, but tier lists is kind of fun. They're kind of fun. Came to say a quick happy birthday. Thank you, Darian. Technically, the day's already over. Where I live, it's 11 p.m. I planned on streaming earlier, but I ended up going out and just having fun with my brother, my girlfriend, and a friend I haven't seen in like 3 years. So that was fun. But my day's pretty much over. But as you could probably tell, I did have a pretty good day. Pretty fun. You're doing the Saber Guaranteed SR, hoping for Betty Anima. Okay, nice, dude. Hopefully you get her. I mean, she's also going to have a banner as well. With the rerun banner. Oh, I'm getting a lot of happy birthdays. Thank you, guys. Again, let me know your age if you haven't let me know yet so I could get a general idea. But it seems like everybody's around the same age. The oldest one I've seen is like 30 years old. No, Diego, you're not late. I literally started like 5 minutes ago. You're good, my guy. You're good, Diego. But yeah, so these servants in the bottom tier are servants I already have. That's why it says dupe, which means duplicate. So some of these servants I wouldn't mind getting more copies of. And then, of course, there's, 1 or 2 servants or maybe even more who I really do not want, which we will put them in the appropriate tier above here. And then this tier, this big ass tier, which I didn't realize how many non-limited or how many limited servants I actually don't have. So there's quite a bit of limited servants I don't have, and then there are all the Lancers, all the limited Lancers right now in NA I do not have. You're turning 24 in October. Okay. So you're only a couple months younger than me. I don't know if you feel old like I do, but I definitely feel kind of old. It's definitely my age is definitely catching up to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to get like back pain and random joint pains. I'm like, okay, I know I am somewhat physically active, not like that physically active. Obviously, I'm not like buff, going to the gym, drinking creatine and protein shakes or any of that stuff. But I definitely don't just sit down all day. I do sit down a lot, not gonna lie, but obviously it's the winter time and I don't like really going out when it's too cold. And it's been raining in my area lately, so I can't go out as much as I usually do. But it'd be like that. So let's go start, I guess, with my duplicate servants. I'm gonna focus more on this than I will the Lotto. I already know. So as you can see, there's really want, parentheses new, really want dupe, wouldn't mind new, wouldn't mind dupe, don't want new, which there's like only a couple of servants in the news that I do not want. And then don't want dupe, which I'm sure you guys, I'm already going to put in there. I'm going to put Hijikata there. You guys already know I don't want another copy of him. Last year, almost exactly a year ago, I got absolutely railed by him. And I was so mad. I'm not going to lie. Go rewatch that if you want to see how pissed I actually was, because I was legitimately mad. Watch that one, the NA Guaranteed SSR for 2021, like the New Year's banner. And then watch the JP one, because the JP one was recorded literally right after the NA one, and then my anger seeped through there, so you could visibly and audibly hear how pissed I was. So, and no offense to Hijikata fans, if you like Hijikata, more power to you. He's just not my cup of tea at all. So, was considering going for extra class 2 for a chance at Abby. Ooh, nice. But considering Lancers, because the only one I don't have is Lancer Tamo. I also want more Skasaha and Irish. That would be a pretty good banner for you, definitely, Archer Blaze, because I know you love Shisho, and obviously you're a huge Rin fan, and therefore Rin fan, and of course a huge fan of Irishgal as well. So I think that's probably the better banner for you. But if you really want to try your luck with extra class, then by all means. Did you burn Hijikata? As much as I wanted to, no, because at the end of the day, he's still a 5-star, and I paid, what, $15 for him? I'm not going to pay $15 for, what, 3 rare prisms? It's just, like, that would just be a waste of my money. So I did train him, did do his interlude, and whatever other quest that involved him. And that's, yeah, he's just there. I don't think I've used him that much. How many boxes you farm? Not that many. I'm at lineup 11 right now, and I have, like, 9,000 or so Lotto tickets, so you do the math, really not that many. I didn't farm this one as much as I did Guildfest or whatever the last Lotto was, which I'm pretty sure was Guildfest. So Hijikata, definitely don't want more of him. As far as other dupes, I'll be honest, I don't want another copy of Sherlock. Sherlock is good at NP1 in my opinion. NP2ing him would not be that great. Obviously, I prefer him over Hijikata, so I kind of feel bad for putting them in the same tier, because I like Sherlock a lot more, but objectively speaking, they would both be in the same tier. And since Kinshi Huangdi's already NP2, I kind of don't want another copy of him. I don't want another copy of him. My friend who plays JP got 2 Hijikatas on previous Guaranteed SSR. Ooh, I mean, if he likes him, then good for him. If he doesn't, then shout out to him. I'm so sorry that happened to you. This Lotto event, I level 100 my Jack and MHX altar. Oh, nice. 2 quick servants, 2 great servants as well. Then again, I want NP2 melt too. Ooh, that's a... See, you gotta flip a coin at that point, Archer Blaze. You gotta flip a coin. Although, I will say, based on your past guaranteed SSR rolls, your luck is pretty good. So, I feel like no matter which banner you'll pick, you'll always, get something great, Yo, if the New Year servant is Rasputin, who's also known as Kotomine Kide, because Rasputin is like the demi-servant that fused, or the servant that fused with Kotomine, that would be great for JP. At the very least, Hijikata hits like a truck. He definitely railed me like a truck, that's for sure. As far as other dupes that I don't necessarily want, I guess Rhaenys and the other support servants like Scotty, Merlin, I guess. And again, I like them. I like all these servants a lot more than I like Hijikata. So again, I feel bad about putting them here. But that's just the truth of the matter. I wouldn't really like getting more copies of them. Actually, why is Nobunaga here? Nobunaga shouldn't be here. Nobunaga should be at the new. So forgive me for putting her there. Let's make sure I didn't mess anyone else up. Okay. So that's it for the dupes that I don't want. As for don't want with the new servants, I mean, no offense to my Astolfo fans out there, but I really don't want Astolfo. Straight up. Straight up don't want him. GG's weird because you really have to set. Yeah, it's like a lot of setup for something I could do with like a lot of other single target berserkers or single target servants anyway, and a lot easier of a setup. So really, I don't really feel him. And I just don't like his character and his design. I just think they're both pretty boring, and that's just my opinion. So I don't want a Astolfo Saber. No offense to my Astolfo fans out there. I know there's a lot of you guys out there, but that's just the truth. I'm not really a big fan of him. Again, you guys could like who you like. Not that big of a deal for me. As far as other servants who I don't want, you guys might be thinking Ivan's terrible, but to be honest, the only reason why I kind of want him, so I'm already going to put him here. The only reason why I kind of want him is because Gilgamesh has a line with him, and I never, you know, owned Ivan in JP or obviously NA, so I never necessarily heard that line. Obviously, if I just Google it, I could find a video where, you know, his lines are, or some kind of voice line recording, but I want to hear it and see it for myself. So that's the only reason Ivan is here. Otherwise, he would be down here with Astolfo, but because Gilgamesh has a line with him, he's gonna be at wouldn't mind. Really, that might be it for the don't want with the news, because everyone else is pretty cool in my book. Are you afraid you might like him? I might like Hijikata or Astolfo. I mean, either a servant. No, there's no realm where I like them. Let's just say that. There's no realm. I could literally go to like Doctor Strange or somebody who could access the multiverse, right? And I'd be like, yo, can I visit every other different alteration of me, every different variation of me? And all of them may look different. They might sound different. They might even be a different gender for all I know. Different ethnicity, but I think we all share the same commonality of we don't like these two motherfuckers. I'll be surprised if there's even one alternate version of your boy who likes any of those two. It's been like 3 years and I still don't know where Ivan's face is. I don't think he has a face, honestly. Glad Murasaki saved me from my Hijikata. You know, Archer Blades, as you know, when you showed me that roll, I was like, that looked like a bad roll at first, but the fact that it's 2 SSRs is crazy, you know? You seem to have a pretty decent record with double SSR in a guaranteed banner. Okay. So wouldn't mind. Okay, let's go back to dupes. So wouldn't mind Musashi at MP3. Definitely wouldn't mind. Musashi's one of my favorite servants. I already have her at MP2. So I feel like I don't necessarily need to get her at MP3. But again, I wouldn't mind getting her at MP3. I'm going to go ahead and put Narrow Bride actually here with the other support servants, just because I have her MP2, but I mainly use her for her skills, not necessarily her NP, so I don't want another copy of her. Gilgamesh is in a weird position, because last year, anytime before, August of this year, I would have put him at don't want, just because he's already NP5, but because of the new servant coin mechanic that was introduced in JP, and if you know about it, you know about it, then I actually wouldn't mind getting a 6th copy of him. Obviously, it wouldn't be ideal. I would prefer somebody new that would actually directly help with gameplay. But with the new servant coin mechanic, I wouldn't mind getting a 6th copy. And I guess the same thing could be said about JP as well. So if we don't know what JP's guaranteed SSR is going to look like for New Year's, by the way. How it's going to be divided, how it's going to be split up, if it's still going to be split up by classes or years or whatever. But I wouldn't mind getting a 6th copy of Guild just for the sheer reason that servant coins exist. Which is both a blessing and a curse, because at NP5 I thought I was done getting more copies of him, but then they introduced a new mechanic, which makes getting a 6th copy actually kind of necessary depending on the servant, you know? Imagine you get it. Oh man, a Gilgamesh buff would be great. But I don't know when or if that's ever going to happen. You put Musashi in the wrong tier, did I? Oh yeah, you're right. Oh. Yeah, you're right. I just saw Ivan and I was like, I'll just put her with him. But yeah, you're right. Same thing with Gilgamesh. I still haven't had double SSR happen to me. That's happened to me I don't mean to flex, but that's happened to me a lot, especially in the past year. Hopefully that keeps going, but we'll see. Because I think that happened to me with Morgan, Jack Demolay. I'm mainly thinking about the JP roles. I think that happened with Musashi as well in NA, Musashi Berserker, and normal Musashi. My girlfriend's in the room right now, but that did happen to me with Kama, so it'd be like that. Yeet. I got me NP2 Gilgamesh. NP3 or higher would be great, so that wouldn't be a bad thing. My projected Lotto record this Christmas is 100. Holy shit. God damn, you farmed a lot for this Christmas. Jesus. I didn't have the time, man. I didn't have the time or the apples. I got double SSR with Castor, Turia, and Morgan, and it felt good. Wow. That's pretty good. And if you haven't seen my 2022 tier list for NA that I posted a couple days ago, I think New Year's Eve, go watch it because I do talk about Castor Arturia, and I think that getting her at NP2 is actually not that bad of an idea, because when I talk about Merlin or Scotty in other videos, I say just stop at NP1. You're mainly going to use them for those skills. With Castor Arturia, I actually recommend going for her at least NP2. It's not a bad idea. At 1, she's already going to be doing 90% of the things that you're going to be bringing her for. But in challenges and longer quests, getting her at NP2 is actually not a bad idea because she gets a 200% quite often. So it's not a bad idea. Okay, so I wouldn't mind another John, I guess. Another John Archer. Because she's a great looper. I only have her at NP1. Same thing with Kama. Obviously, Kama's great. So I'll put her there. Shuten's, my favorite FGO exclusive servant, so automatically I wouldn't mind getting more copies of her. Same thing with Asan. Not saying that he's my favorite, like Shuten is, but getting him at NP2 would help his damage greatly. A lot of these servants, actually, I wouldn't mind. Arjuna Alter, NP3. Musashi, even though I could get another copy for her for servant coins, I'm actually going to put her down here next to Hijikata. So my favorite Berserker and then my least favorite Berserker. Isn't that ironic? Right next to each other. And the only reason I say that is because I don't plan on 120ing her like I am with Gilgamesh. So getting a 6 copy of her for servant coins actually wouldn't do me anything. So I'm actually quite happy with just NP5. Is it possible that DW will separate the guaranteed SR by NP card type? Ooh, I don't know. We would have to see like a list of servants and see how many art servants, how many busters, and how many quicks there are. Because it would have to be like fairly balanced in order for them to even consider that. But that'd be an interesting way to do it, and a pretty fucked way to do it, to be honest, because those pools would be quite large. Like if it's 3 pools, that'd be quite large. I'm going for NP2 Summer Musashi. Yes, you have to go for at least NP2, in my opinion. What's up, Brandon? Nice to see you here again. I'm streaming a bit earlier than usually, but you're still here. Let's see you. I will put you here again. A lot of these servants I already have. I think I will definitely put at wouldn't mind dupe. Jalter, he's already NP2, but yeah, NP3 I guess wouldn't be bad. I love Kiara, obviously. I'm definitely gonna be going for Summer Kiara, by the way, next year for sure. Would go for Summer Kiara next year. BB, I'll put her at wouldn't mind. I won't say I don't want her. I wouldn't be too angry. Abigail too. See, so most of these servants, obviously Hokusai, I love Hokusai, so I wouldn't mind. So most of the servants I already have, I wouldn't mind getting a dupe of. The only ones I do mind are like the support servants and Musashi Berserker, who I don't want to get other copies of, just because they're perfect the way they are, in my opinion. So that's it for my dupe servants for servants I already have. So how about servants that are new? So I'm gonna go a lot slower with these, I feel like. Hopefully you do know. Hopefully you do feel the power of double SSR. As far as double guaranteed SSR, I think that only happened to me once in my side account. I got Romulus Quirinius and Musashi Berserker in 1 guaranteed SSR for last year in my side account. And that's ironic because they're drawn by the same artist, if you guys didn't realize that. So I got 2 of the same artist's servants. I ended up getting NP2 Trap Saver in 15 courts. God damn. I think you just use all your luck, Drex. I literally think you just use all your luck. You got 2 Reynas and 1 10 shot. Nice. Again, I that's not like it's a bad thing to MP2 plus a support servant, but for me, I'd rather get somebody new or upgrade an NP of somebody I really, really, really want or really like. Okay, so Proto Arthur, never owned him, even in JP. But gameplay wise, he's like not that great. If we're gonna be honest, he's kind of niche a little bit. He's pretty good looking though, and I do like my hot servants, but I will put I wouldn't mind just because I'll get him and I'll be pretty happy at the moment, but I know I'm never gonna use him. I'm gonna use him very rarely, very sparingly. He's gonna stay like Bond 1 for the rest of his life, you know? So I'm gonna say I wouldn't mind getting him just because he's new. I don't hate him, but at the same time, I know I'm not gonna use him. That's just a fact. Unless my guaranteed SR gives me 5 copies of him, in which case I'll feel very obliged to use him a lot. Yeah, I guess he is he's decent. Don't get me wrong, he's decent, but if I wanted a crit monster who has an AoE NP, I would just use Ibuki, who I'm going to be going for next year. I'm not going to rely on Proto Arthur more than Ibuki. That's just a fact. Ibuki has a much more dedicated skill set for crits and overall damage. Same thing with Okita, kind of. I wouldn't mind getting her, but since I have an NP2 Musashi, granted, Okita is quick, so their playstyles are slightly different. But again, when you have an NP2 Musashi, it's like an NP1 Okita will not really, see the light of day, Unless I get her like NP2 or higher in 110 shot. Thank you for the happy birthdays. Again, my birthday is ending in like 30 minutes, so this is a very late stream for it, How were the holidays? The holidays were great, Vitali. They were very good. Can't really complain. Nothing really to complain about. I will say this though. I mean, this is like, I know I said I couldn't complain that much and it was pretty good, but somebody in my family got COVID and they were in the party, so it was kind of a big scare because it was right after the party that we found out that the homie got COVID, and then everybody had to get tested. I got tested yesterday. I don't have COVID, so I'm good. Everyone in my house is good, I'm pretty sure. So that's like the positive of it. The negative obviously is that some people did end up getting COVID, but it really do be like that sometimes. How did they test? So they stick this, I don't even know how to describe it, up your nose like a stick. They get like the fluid deep inside your nose, and then they just like have it in contact with some kind of chemical, and then let you know somehow that you got COVID. Yeah, so shit's pretty lit. All right, so Sigurd, never owned him either. I feel like he's in the same position as Okita, where like, yeah, not bad, but I have an MP2 Musashi. So I'll put him here, I wouldn't mind. Benny Enma, I actually really like. I like her design, so I'll put her at really want. She's the first servant at really want. Just because I like her design. I think her skill set's unique. I like her voice. Everything about her is good. Is your little sister / girlfriend / twin? We don't look that much alike. We're rolling on the guaranteed SR. I'm pretty sure she is. I mean, I'll have to ask her later. She could hear me right now, by the way. So she could totally answer, but I can't hear her because I'm wearing a headset. Dangerous times we live in, but that also means good luck in that. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Big oof. Yeah, big fat oof, man. Good to hear you're safe. Oh, thank you, man. Hopefully you guys are safe as well. Like if you guys go out into big family gatherings or parties or whatnot, just make sure everyone is like, good, I guess. Healthy. If somebody's coughing and sneezing every 5 seconds, maybe don't go near them. Maybe just leave the room. Maybe just leave altogether. Uber out of there, drive out of there, whatever you need to do. Shiki Saber, never owned her, even in JP. So, and I like Kara no Kyokai, so I'm gonna put her all the way at really want, all the way up there. Squirturia or Arturia, she's awesome. She's great, but I will put her down here just because. Again, I mean, she's great, but I don't really necessarily need her or want her. She's like in the middle. I'm kind of indifferent. If I get her, I'll be like, okay, cool. If I don't get her, it's like, it's not the end of the world. So, Shiki Saber is weird. I want to run double cast Arturia with her. Thing about her is she's not that great of a looper. I think she has like a one-hit NP, which even though she has an arts NP, right? She's not going to get a lot of, Noble Phantasm back just because she doesn't, have that many hits with her Noble Phantasm. That, and she has a chance of instant kill. So if she instant kills, she's not gonna get any NP back, you know, regardless. So she's in that weird position where she's an arts AoE, but she most definitely cannot loop in the same efficiency as, let's say, a Spacer Star or Musashi or Kama, Summer Kama, by the way, and Summer Kiara, or even normal Kiara. Ishtar. So Ishtar, see, when you have an NP5 Go Mesh, you don't really need an NP1 Ishtar. Again, if I got like 5 copies of Ishtar, maybe, but at the same time, I don't think that's going to happen. So I'll just put it I wouldn't mind, just because I don't have a problem with her character. I'm sort of indifferent. Same thing as a Kesturi, I guess the same sort of principle. Moriarty, never owned him. I'm put him at wouldn't mind. See, these servants I wouldn't mind. A lot of the archers. Super Orion, you guys already know. Every time I fight some kind of saber or even a berserker, sometimes even just a neutral servant, a non-lancer, and I'm having a hard time with it, somebody in the comments or in the chat always says, why don't you bring Super Orion? And I'm just like, I don't fucking have him. I don't know how many times I have to say. I don't know how many times I've said that. I wish I kept a tally of how many times I said that. I just didn't expect a lot of people to recommend him to me. So I'm going to put Super Orion all the way at the top just because apparently I really, really need him. All right. And if I get him, I'll definitely cheer very hard. If I go for archers, which I'm probably not. I got Super Orion in like 4 singles. What a chat. Congratulations, Drex. Jesus. Got NP3 Shiki Saber while getting NP5 Fujino. That's pretty good, man. Fujino's gonna put in a lot of work when the raids come out, when Tunguska comes out. Yeah, just use Super Orion. We know you can't. We know you don't have her, and we know you can't bring support servants because they force NPC servants on you. Just bring him. It's like, what do you want me to do? Bring out a satanic like ritual and summon him? Like hack my account? Like that's not gonna happen, my guy. Ugh. In a pickle. What I need is most is support casters, but I have literally everyone on the caster banner except Scotty and Merlin. Ooh, that is a ooh, how did that happen, man? How did that happen? I would still try. I mean, next year's caster Arturias could come out, and arguably, as long as you have a good arts lineup as far as offensive servants, as far as NP looping servants go, you know, you could technically skip out on Merlin and Scotty and just go straight for Caster Arturia. Granted, she's not guaranteed, but the other two are not guaranteed as well. It's RNG in the end of the day. But depends on you, man. It certainly depends on you. Erishkigal. Erishkigal. I don't have any limited Lancers. So I will actually put her all the way up here. Same thing with Shisho. I really want her. Tomo Lancer, I'll put it at wouldn't mind. I don't really, you know, care much about her, but again, I don't have a limited Lancer, so I can't really complain. Same thing with Burnhild. The only reason Eresh and Skasa are up there because I feel like I'd actually use them, whereas Tomo Lancer and Burnhild, I'll just kind of look at them and be like, that's nice, but I probably wouldn't use them that often. At least Erishkigal has a 50% battery, and Skasa is gonna get a bunny costume, so obviously I'm gonna want to use her every now and then, you know. Rider, Saber, and as you guys can see, it's like there's 2 Lancers I really want, and then the other 2 Lancers I wouldn't mind, so I'll probably go for Lancers. Thank you for subscribing, Donzali. I don't even know if or Donzale. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, or I have no idea if you're even watching this stream or you're just subscribing from another video or whatever, but thank you for subscribing nonetheless, just in case you are here. Tomo Lancer does hit like a bus for sure because he does extra damage against males. It's just I don't see a realm where I'll use her over Enkidu. Granted, Enkidu doesn't do extra damage against anything aside from, you know, threats against humanity, but they're a lot rarer than males. But still, I feel like just because his NP already hits pretty hard and mine's NP4, I don't feel... Donzale? Okay. Thank you for correcting me, Donzale. And of course, thank you for subscribing most of all. Arturia Alter Rider. I'd say I won't mind. She has a great design. So I'll put her right here next to Ivan. Iskandar, I'll put him all the way up at really want. I've always wanted him, but there's never been a convenient time where he came out where I had, you know, a comfortable amount of quartz and tickets that I was willing to use. So I'll keep him up there. Again, he's a fan favorite. Everyone loves him. Well, you know, I've seen some people not like him, to be honest, just because they don't agree with his morals and how he sees the world. But still, aside from that, he's a pretty cool dude. Writer Da Vinci. Da Vinci has great skills, good for NP looping, solid design. I mean, I'll just put it I really want. I kind of do really want her. She's very convenient when it comes to QP quests. She could literally do it by herself as far as 3-turn looping. You got him in the previous Thanksgiving banner. Nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs some kind of a battery, Wilt. That's for sure. It's like the one thing he's missing. A battery and I guess some form of protection. But maybe that would make him too OP. Ilya. Caster Ilya. You know, I really enjoyed the Prisma Ilya series. I'm like caught up with the manga and everything, which is surprising me for me to say just because I don't really read manga like that. But I really like the story where it is right now. Going off of the latest season in the anime where things have got a lot more serious and crazy and mindfuckery just everywhere. So I wouldn't mind getting her just because I actually like her series a lot. And I know that's like a very controversial thing to say because a lot of people don't like it because of the fan service. But when you take the fan service out of it, which is a lot of it, don't get me wrong, it's actually pretty good. Caster Nero. Nero's design's good. Gameplay wise, I honestly don't know much about her gameplay wise, so I'll just put that wouldn't mind. Just purely from a design standpoint, and I don't have a problem with Nero as a whole. Murasaki, I like Murasaki's design, and she has like a similar thing with Ben Anma, where it's like a party-wide buff removal resistance, which is good. MC is a lolicon. I think you meant to say lolly. Yeah, lolicon. Yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta protect them. You know what I mean? Gotta protect them. Nero is a tank. To be honest, she can take neutral damage from riders. That's true. She does have that skill. That's true. I just don't know how often that will come up. You know. I have no idea how often. Yeah, her design, quote unquote. Da Vinci, normal Da Vinci. You guys just call me a lolicon, and I just put Da Vinci Lily at really want, and now I'm gonna put adult Da Vinci all the way down to wouldn't mind, because I wouldn't mind, but I think the main thing is there's nothing wrong with her skills or NP, at least in my opinion, from what I remember, unless I'm misremembering her skill set and NP. My main problem with her is her sprite. I think she needs an animation update. I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks so, but that would be the main reason why I wouldn't really put her all the way up there, just because I think her sprite's a bit outdated, and I'd rather get somebody who's a bit more, I guess, modern. Does that make sense? So give her an animation update, DW. Jesus. Or whoever's in charge of FGO nowadays, because they just DW is no longer in charge, or at a certain point they will not be in charge. I don't know if you guys saw the news, but anyway, why is Corturia at wouldn't mind? She is. See, okay, the reason why, because I'm indifferent about Arturia as a whole, you know, and so I'm mainly looking at her from a gameplay perspective, and from a gameplay perspective, she's a great NP looper, great for boss fights, great against sabers, of course, but essentially what she does I could do for a lot cheaper with 3-star archer Urieli. She could do pretty much what Scotoria does in a slightly less efficient way, and obviously she is a 3-star, so she's gonna die a lot quicker because she has less HP and less stats overall. But from a gameplay perspective, if I could do what Scotoria does in a cheaper team, you know, and she's, you know, Uriel is guaranteed NP5 because she's a 3-star non-limited, whereas Scotoria is a limited servant who doesn't get that many raid ups. And so if I only get one copy of her, I'm going to be like, okay, well, now I kind of want to get her NP2. It's like one of those things where she's great, but I could do what she does with a much cheaper servant, you know? So that's the only reason she's like, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't put her lower, obviously, because again, I'm pretty indifferent. But yeah, the guaranteed SSR banner should be at the 31st for NA players. It depends on your time zone, you know. If you live at a different part of the world, it could be a bit later, maybe a bit before. I don't know. I'm not a professional with time zones. Cleopatra. Ooh, Cleopatra.
from a gameplay perspective, 'cause I really don't have a problem with her design and character. But as somebody who got her in a guaranteed banner a couple years ago in JP, and at the time I was pretty, cool with getting her. But at the same time, I'd never use her. She never sees the light of day. It's not because she's a bad servant. It's because there's never a situation where I'm like, oh, I'm going to go use Cleopatra. So I'm actually going to put her down here with a software. That sounds like a very controversial statement. I may even change my mind later because I'll feel that bad. Because you guys know how I feel about a software. I don't feel the same way with Cleopatra. I think Cleopatra is great from like a character standpoint. But gameplay wise, I just feel like I'm going to pull her, be like, oh, I got Cleopatra. Nice. And then, that's about it. Does Cleo have a battery? I don't think there is. Or she does. I don't think she does have one. She has. Does she have a skill where she raises her battery every now and then? I forget. Again, I don't use it that often. So there's a reason why I don't. Also, yeah, Chloe does the same thing. Well, not the same thing as Cortoria, but you could essentially NP loop with her, and she's cheaper. She's she's a free servant, so most people are gonna have her NP5. So just really do be like that. By the way, I should have sent this to you guys earlier, but if you guys want to make your own tier list, here's the link. So if you guys want to make your own, you can make your own and then tweet at me or tag me on Discord, send me a message, I don't know, and show me your tier list, and then I'll wish you good luck. And I'm gonna see a lot of you guys put Gilgamesh all the way at the bottom tier because you guys want to piss me off, but which is fine. Miyu post buff is beast. Miyu, yeah, she got a recent buff which made her slightly more usable. Okay, Semiramis, I actually really want. I love her design. I love her character. Gameplay wise, I feel like I'm not gonna use her that much, but I just like her design. Her design really tickles my pickle. But I don't have her in NA or JP, so obviously it would be great. Same thing with MHX actually. MHX, with a comma, when you have comma, it's like MHX really won't really see the light of day. But I like her design. Same thing with Samurai, same kind of principle, argument. I just like their design. Always wanted to own them, but just never had the chance to go roll for them. So I'll put MHX here. I got comma, but MHX hits like a truck too. It depends on the situation. Like both of them, obviously MHX is better in a situation where you're fighting as like a saber face, and it depends on NP level as well. If you have an NP1 comma, but then like an NP3 MHX, obviously MHX is probably gonna perform a little bit better. But I just find comma is gonna be a lot more useful for most quests for my taste. Yeah, I feel like she's like one of those servants who's just very fun, but not necessarily like amazing or broken. Just a fun servant to use. Kentucky. So even at NP1, he's actually extremely useful, even in JP. So I'm gonna put him at really want, both for what I just said and because I just really like him as a character. And he's gonna get a costume next year for Lost World 5.5. Oh yeah, I'm excited for Yang too. Yang's gonna be amazing. So if you're not going for Yang, by the way, then I don't know what you're doing. Definitely go for her. She's really good. MHX Alter. I like her design. I like girls with glasses, so yeah, I'm gonna put her up there. Although I already said earlier, I'm probably not gonna go for Berserker. So even though I really want her in Kentucky, not gonna go for Berserker. It's just not happening. Same thing with Minamoto. It's a shame because there's a lot of Berserkers I do want. It's just I don't want to risk it. You know what I mean? I don't want to risk it at all. By the way, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I don't say Yang Gang as often, and I hesitated saying that just because I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter. If you don't and you have a Twitter, then why not follow me? But there's been at least 2 situations in where I uploaded a stream or a video, and then like a couple minutes later or an hour later, I would get an email from YouTube saying, yeah, so your video has been taken down because of gang-related activity or affiliations. And I'm just like, what? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, is it because I say Yang Gang? Is it because of that? Is it because I literally just say the word gang that YouTube just automatically thinks that I'm like endorsing a real life dangerous ass gang, which is not the case. I don't endorse any illegal activity like that. So it's just a joke. It's just a rhyme. So I'm like hesitant to say that, but I already did twice. So this stream might get taken down at some point, and I'm gonna have to appeal. And get the stream back up because obviously I'm not about that hood ratchet shit. But it'd be like that. So Dantes, okay, you guys already know how I feel about Dantes. I really want him. Love this design. I was with him even back in the day when he was in the bottom of everybody's tier list because he was a very bad servant back in the day from a gameplay perspective. But I just like his design. I think he looks great. But obviously he's one of the best quick loopers in the game right now. Yeah, Dantes does need to be NP2 plus. That's true. But at that point, I just kind of want him because of the design. Again, I liked him at his lowest point. I liked him back in the day when nobody liked using him because he sucked back in the day. But I still wanted him. So even if I only get him at NP1, I'll be happy. I'll be like, oh, dude, I finally got him. Yes. So there you go. I'm just gonna not read any more chat messages about the word gang, so just because I don't want to get in trouble. But I will acknowledge your comment, Josiah, with a nod. There you go. Spacious Star obviously is a, I thing about Spacious Star is that my brother would choke the life out of me if I even show him that I got her, So like from a gameplay perspective, obviously I really want her, right? Who wouldn't want her? But I'm just gonna put her down here just because I don't want to get choked out. Obviously this is not actually how I feel, but wink wink, nudge nudge, just pretend, oh, I don't want Spacious Star. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, to alter, let's just move on because I don't want to get choked out. Shout out to my brother, by the way. Please don't touch me. Okay, to alter, I love her design. Red, dark skin, white hair. I mean, basically, I just kind of described Emiya, kind of, but she has titties. Emiya doesn't. Emiya has like a dad, okay, whatever, thing going on. But no, okay, alter, I'll put up here just because I like her design. She looks awesome. King Protea, I would not mind, although I did get her in 2 separate guaranteed banners in JP in 2 separate accounts, and I never use her. I wouldn't mind getting her just because I kind of do like her design overall. She's pretty cute, I guess, but I don't use her, so it'd be like that. If you get Dantes, will you upload to... Yeah, I will. Like I said a couple years ago. Oh, it's already been quite a while. Holy shit. For those of you guys who don't know the context, there was like a video where I was rolling for Dantes, and I literally said, if I get him, I will upload this video to Pornhub. Not because I will actually upload anything like a dick pic or anything of that sort, but I'll just upload it on Pornhub just because. Why not? You need to put someone on really want dupe. I'll think about it because there's nobody there. Okay, so when we get to the end, I'll review everybody. Okay, so Melt, she's good. She's awesome. But I feel like I would need her at like NP2. And I don't plan on rolling for more copies of her in the future. As far as like a solo banner or anything like that. So I'll put her, I wouldn't mind, just because I wouldn't mind getting her. But obviously getting 1 copy for her won't cut it for the most part. Some of you guys might have an NP2 melt or NP1 melt and be completely fine with that. For me, when it comes to NP looping, you 100% need NP2 or higher. I'm sure she's good at NP1. It's just, my OCD tells me like, okay, she's a servant that you want to bring to challenges and boss fights, and you want to loop with her as much as possible. In my head, I would want to get her at NP2 if that's the case. If I'm going to be using her as a dedicated servant against bosses for looping her NP over and over again, because her NP could be really, really good, my OCD just would really want her at NP2 at that point. Nobunaga Avenger, she still, I'll be honest, even with a recent buff. Well, with a recent buff in JP, she's actually a little bit better. She's still not exactly crazy good, but she's better than she was when she initially came out and with her first buff. So I'll put her at really want, just because her design's is top tier. From a gameplay standpoint, she might be one of the lower tier servants, but from a design standpoint, like one of the most best designs, I guess you could say. Today's your birthday. Yeah, well, in 8 minutes, it's not gonna be my birthday. If you have Space Star, you don't need her. Pretty much, yeah, one is an NP looper, the other one kind of focuses on crits and has a bit more of a niche. And yeah, she could loop now with Veach and Oberon, but the same thing could be said about a lot of servants. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're broken. It just means that they could do something that a lot of other servants can do. It just depends on the situation and the class you're fighting and whatnot. Okay, so let's go look. Let's go do like a mini recap. So let's go ahead and get rid of these tiers right here, as we don't need those tiers. So with really want, I have Betty and Mashiki, Saber, Super Orion, who I hope I have, or I hope I get him. If I do go for archers, which I'm probably not. Rishigal, Skasaha, Skandar, who I feel like it's been a long time coming since he's one of my favorite servants overall. Just I don't know why you don't go for him. Da Vinci Lily, Ilya, Semiramis, MHX, Murasaki, Kentucky, MHX Alter, Minamoto, who again I'm probably not gonna go for Berserker just because Hijikata's there. Not trying to risk it, because if I get an NP2 Hijikata, I would literally slice my own throat. Edmund Dantes, who just keeps avoiding me for whatever fucking reason. Ogida Alter, and of course Nobunaga Avenger. Two Guda servants who aren't necessarily the best, but with all their current buffs in JP, they're pretty decent. Not exactly crazy good. NP2 Gilgamesh on Gil Banner, Shira, or any Avenger SSR. Oh yeah, because Gilgamesh is coming back, so that would be good for you. Do you have a version of this tier list available anywhere? Okay, so I sent this link earlier, but I'll send it again. So if you guys want to make your own, here's the link. There it is. So if you want to make your own, and then tag me on Twitter or Discord, whichever one you want, and let me know what your tier looks like. It's not gonna have the same names of the tiers like I do right here. This was edited in, but you could make your own tier names if you really want to. Okay, so I really want dupe. There's nobody there because I guess we could put some servants there. So if I were to go for assassins, because I'm between lancers and assassins, as I said earlier, because I don't have any limited lancers. I really don't. As for the assassins, I do have already all limited assassins I do have. I guess I wouldn't mind an extra copy of Kama. Shuten's my favorite, so Shuten, I guess I would want her. And I guess Hassan, to be honest, just because having it at NP2 as a Buster Servant would be pretty good, because that's going to boost his damage up substantially. Granted, a lot of his damage comes from his normal attacks, because his normal attacks are bonkers, but with his NP, especially as a Buster Servant, getting him at NP2 would be pretty sexy. So I'm going to put a lot of the assassins at really want, just because, again, I'm probably going to go there. And I'm going to ask for you guys' opinion after this, by the way. I'm going to ask if I should go for Lancers or Assassins. Okay. Wouldn't mind new. Okay, so Pro Arthur makes sense. Okida. You know what? I'm probably not gonna go for Sabers, but I'm gonna bump Okida up one, just because I really do like her character. And if you guys have read the Fate Type Red line, I think that's the name of the manga, then you guys know how crazy she gets. In that manga, like I saw a different side of Okida that I never thought I'd see. Like usually she's portrayed in FGO as this really silly, over the top character, but in the Red Line manga, she's a freaking savage, and I just like that she has like this savage side to her, you know. So really like her character because of that. There's just a different side of her that we don't really see in FGO. Sigurd, yeah, I'll just keep you there, to be honest. Squirtoria, yeah, indifferent. Ishtar, you know what? I'm gonna put you up there with your sister. Not because I necessarily want you as much as I do Super Orion, but you're a Babylonia servant, and eventually I want to get all the Babylonia servants, right? Everybody that showed up in Babylonia. That would be a pretty cool goal to achieve. I feel like a lot of people have already achieved before me, but I want to do that for myself. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, Fate Redline is absolutely dummy busted. I wish it would update more often, but it hasn't updated in like 2 months or 3 months. Yeah, the part where like she just slaughters like that's kind of a spoiler, but the part where she's like slaughters everybody in like a room. There was like 7 other dudes, and it was like super brutal. It's a very brutal manga compared to what I'm used to with FGO. Thank you for the happy birthday, by the way. So I'm gonna put Ishtar up there. Tomo Lancer, I think, will stay here. Same thing with Moriarty. I do like Moriarty. I'll be honest. I like his character. I feel like he's one of those characters in FGO that's overused. Like I see him a lot in interludes and events, and I'm just like, I like you, but you're kind of showing up a bit too much. I would like to see other faces. to show up in events and interludes. Because again, I see him a lot. He pops up in a lot of stories. I don't know if you guys have noticed. So Burnhild stays here. Arteria Altar Rider goes here. I guess everyone else. Yeah, everyone else is sort of in. We'll stay here. We'll stay here. Thank you again for the happy birthday. I wish you guys good luck for the guaranteed SSR as well. Again, let me know who you guys are going to choose. If you haven't let me know already, then we could talk about it as well. Okay, so Gilgamesh, wouldn't mind dupe. Again, I have him at MP5, but with the introduction of servant coins, getting an extra copy of him wouldn't be that bad. Musashi, wouldn't mind. John Archer, wouldn't mind. Arjuna Alter, same kind of dealio. I already have them on like MP2 or higher. But I wouldn't mind. Rule Arteria, I only have her at NP1, but you know, NP2 with any Buster servant's always good. Jalter at NP3 would be decent. My Kiara's only NP1, so I definitely want her at NP2 if that's possible. Moon Cancer BB, I like her just design, so I mean, that's really all it is. Abigail at NP2 would be cool. NP4 Hokusai would be crazy, so. What's up? What's up, Travis? What's up? It's my birthday, or it was my birthday. Actually, no, it's still my birthday. It's 11:59, so in about 1 minute, it's no longer going to be my birthday. So that the title's literally going to be a clickbait, unintentional clickbait. Yeah, Kiara definitely needs to be NP2. So as for don't want, Astolfo is the only one here who I don't want because I just cannot stand Astolfo's character. That's just me though. Cleopatra is here because from a gameplay perspective, I never use her. I have her in JP, never use her. So I want to get a servant I know I'll use. I don't necessarily want a servant that's super broken. I'm not saying that necessarily, but I want a servant I know I'm going to get the best bang out of my buck. You know what I mean? And I feel like Cleopatra, I like you design wise. I just don't think I'll ever use you. That's just a fact. So it just starts here because I don't want to get choked. Don't want dupe, Sherlock Holmes. A lot of these support servants don't really want dupes of. Kinshi Hongdi's already NP2 in my account. Musashi's NP5, so really don't need another copy of her, even though I could use the same argument that I did with Gil, where a 6 copy would garner me more servant coins. It's just I don't plan on level 120ing her in the future, whereas Gilgamesh I do, so I need those servant coins. Hijikata, because Hijikata could suck my asshole, so I think my tier list is, at least for me, for my taste, and for what I want, this is pretty much my shit right now. It's pretty much what I want to do. Is your brother rolling extra then for Spacious Star? I'll be honest, I don't have any iota of a clue. All right. And do I want to ask him? A little bit. Should I ask him? I don't know. I feel like if I were to bring Spacious Star's name in front of him, it would just cause a lightning bolt from the sky to appear and just strike me where I stand. So I'd rather not bring the name of Spacious Star in front of him. It's not really a good idea. I'm aiming for Hokusai for NP4 or Abby NP3. Ooh, good luck with that. Hopefully you got both. Were you the same person, Travis, by the way? Because I remember somebody a couple years ago got both Hokusai and Abby in one guaranteed SR roll, which is like the godliest guaranteed SR roll I've ever seen in my life. As far as like getting both of the foreigners, both of the friends together. Just like that's crazy. That was one of the craziest guaranteed SRs I've ever seen. That's like not Photoshop. Because I've seen, yeah, okay, so what's you, Travis? Okay. I remember that. I was like, I don't believe you. And then you like showed me on Discord and I was like, okay, you weren't lying. And I kind of envy you because my guaranteed SR luck is like kind of all over the place. Okay, so in you guys' opinion, let's go to this site right now. Should I go for Lancers? Again, I don't have a single guaranteed Lancer. This is the Wikia, by the way, the Wikia page. If you want to check this out, click this link and it will take you to there. To what I'm looking at. It says 2020, but that's because it's in JP time and JP is obviously 2 years behind, or not 2 years behind, but 2 years ahead, I guess. So there you go. If you do ask him, you should record it and recreate the Boondocks meme where the guy's chained to the bed and the old man holds the... Yeah, no, I'm not trying to redo that scene, but with me and him in it. As it sounds like a lot of pain and a lot of suffering is going to go down. So I don't have a Lancer, a limited Lancer. My main Lancers are Enkidu for single target, and I think For AoEs like Karna. I think that's like my 5-star Lancers. I think. Assassins. I really want Semiramis. I really want MHX from both of them from design standpoints. Wouldn't mind another Hassan. Or I guess really want another Hassan just because NP1 doesn't really cut it. Wouldn't like I really want to eventually at some point in the future, not necessarily in the near future, but an NP5 comma eventually would be good, right? Cleopatra is like the only assassin here who's like, I really don't want to get you just because I know I will never use you. You know? Shutan obviously is my favorite, one of my favorite servants in FGO period. So it's really between Lancer, because Lancer I'm guaranteed somebody new. Assassin, I'm not guaranteed somebody new, but the dupes I would be able to get would be something I would really like. So, the thing about Lancers is an NP1 like Skasa or Rishgal, for example, who are like at the top of my tier list. Obviously, I'd be pretty happy with them, but at some point I do want to upgrade their NP if I were to get them. That's just kind of how my OCD works. So you guys, type 1 if I should go for Lancer, and type 2 if I should go for Assassin. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to go with what you guys say, but it's definitely going to influence my vote because you guys might be more intuitive than I am. You might see things from a bigger perspective. Because again, I don't have a limited Lancer, but the Assassins that I do have, I do want to upgrade their NP. Okay, most of you guys are saying 1s. I see some 2s. Wow, then why ask? Well, because... Well, okay, I just to it will influence my opinion because again, you guys probably have a unbiased viewpoint, whereas mine is a little bit biased, I guess. So, see, I think I saw mostly 1s. Enkidu doesn't have a bunny suit. That's a good argument. That's a very good argument. Shisha has like 3 raid ups next year. That's a fair point. But the thing is, I don't care if she has a rate up every month. You know, I don't care if a Rishgal has a rate up every month. I am not going to drop quartz on them just because there are a lot of other servants next year that I want to go for. Like Casa Arturia, Summer Kiara, Ibuki Doji, Van Gogh, Yang Guifei, just to name a few. So why would I waste my quartz and tickets? Not really waste, that might be a harsh word, but why would I use what I have that I've saved on those servants when there's a lot of other great characters I want? Is Lancer or Assassin your only choice? Well, okay, let's see. Let's go brainstorm here. So I'm not gonna go Berserkers just because Hijikata's there. If Hijikata was not there, if for whatever reason DW or Aniplex was like, you know what, for this year's guaranteed SR, we're just not gonna put Hijikata in the Berserker thing. He's gonna be in his own raid up. I'll be like, okay, thank you for doing that. They should release like a guaranteed SR where they put trash servants in their own gotcha, in their own little banner. All right, they should just put all the trash servants there, and then it'll just be Hijikata by himself eating mayo or something. So he's just chilling there. So again, I just will not go here. So that's automatically eliminated. Saber, Stalfo's there, so I think I automatically eliminate Sabers as well, just because I don't want him. Archers, honestly, Archers might be my third choice. Might be my third choice, just because again, a 6-copy of Gilgamesh, cool, but then at the same time, Super Orion's there, Ishtar's there, John Archer's there, Squartoria's there, Moriarty's there, so it's like Archers would be my third choice, I guess. So I guess you could say it's between Lancer, Assassin, and then Archer's like the third contender. Riders, I like Rhaenys and all. I already have a copy of her. I don't need her NP2. Same thing with like Merlin and Scotty. It's the same principle. They're support servants. I don't want to get another copy of them just because I'm mainly using them for their skills anyway. Getting them at a higher NP level for, in my opinion, isn't really going to do me any good. So otherwise, I wouldn't like mind, I guess, Ivan Terrible, but I really want Da Vinci Lily and Iskandar. So I guess that would be my fourth choice. Extra class is sort of funny, just because arguably extra classes are usually the better banners among all the guaranteed SR banners. But really, in Extra 2, I mainly want Hokusai and Kiara. That's pretty much it. Extra one. I'm not gonna say Spacious Shark for obvious reasons, so I'm gonna say Dantes. Everyone here is pretty good, except like Sherlock Holmes. I wouldn't want another copy of him. And same thing with Ken. So okay, let's go say Lancer, Assassin, and Archer. So 1 for Lancer, 2 for Assassin, and then 3 for Archer. Go type it. And then that will ultimately influence how I feel. Jack says 4. Is that not a 4? I will 4th. Did I say Ryder was like my 4th, I guess? It's better getting an extra class, especially for foreigners who are much needed later. That's true, I guess. I mean, but my Hokusai is already NP3, and as far as single target foreigners go, I'm already going for Yang. So 4 is extra 2. Oh, okay. I see. I still see mostly 1s because again, and I understand why everyone's saying that. It's just the safest. I'm guaranteed somebody new. I won't get mad at any of these. Some of them I want more than others. Like 2 of them I want more than the other 2. But ultimately, overall, I don't really get hurt by this banner. It's the least risk. There's no risk. It's not even the least risk. There's no risk. It's just Assassins, like the gamble of getting another copy of these 3 servants would be pretty sick nasty. Foreigners aren't really that good, especially in LB6. I would argue otherwise. Foreigners are, specifically Yang. If you saw my battle against Cornuno, spoiler alert, she slapped the shit out of him. I remember in that stream when I used the blue prism shit that essentially acts like as a 3 command seal thing that revives my entire team. I said, okay, I'm only going to use it once. Once I use it, I won't use it in any other battle. And I ended up using it against Barghest in her Cerberus big-ass dog form. And then people were like, oh, there's the next battle. The next big battle is going to be worse than that one. And then I got there, and then I slapped the shit out of it with Yang without using any command seals or blue prisms. So, I don't know about not that good. Foreigners are pretty good. In very specific battles, of course. They're not like, you use them in a wide variety of quests. But Yang literally whipped out her metaphorical dick and slapped him across the face, and then he just landed on the floor and took it like a little bitch. So I'm just saying, Yang's amazing. Obviously, you could make the argument that Kessler is the reason why she won, which I mean you could make the same argument with most art servants nowadays. But still. Tamo came a lot later afterwards, if I remember, because the Castorius died. Yang survived because Yang is a G, but still. Arjuna is the highest priority since he does. I already have him in NP2. Obviously, at NP3 or higher, he's going to hit harder, but I'm not too worried about getting more copies of him. And there's never been a point, believe it or not, in JP, and even so far in NA, where I was like, damn, Arjuna Alter sounds very good right now. Because I already have him at NP1 in JP and NP2 in NA respectively, but I don't really rely on him as much as other people may do. You defeated Cornelius with Voyager and Idol X. See, those are 2 foreigners. I think foreigners are amazing. So I'm gonna say right now I'm like 60% most likely gonna go for Lancer. I'm gonna say 35% Assassin and then 5% literally anything else but Berserker and Saber. So there's a part of me that's still thinking about it, but I think just from a standpoint of which one is not going to fuck me. Because you got to think about earlier this year. Again, I'm going to refer to this again. Earlier this year, I got railed by Hijikata. Do I want to get railed again? Do I want to have a bloody butthole? No, I don't want a bloody butthole. I don't want to get railed. I want to be happy, bro. So I want to start out the year with something good. Something I'll be happy about. And if I go to this banner, I won't get mad. So I probably will go for Lancers. So I mean, we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind and go absolutely batshit crazy and go Berserkers. Which again, there's no reason to. I have an NP5 Musashi, NP2 Arjuna Alter. Hijikata could slap my dick. Is Hijikata that bad? He's not bad, I guess, according to some people, which is fine. Which is fine. To me, he's just boring as fuck. That's just, to me, I don't care if you're a bad servant. If you're cool, if your personality and backstory is cool, specifically in Fate and the Nasiverse, then you're cool in my book. I don't care if you're bad in the game. But if you're an I character gameplay wise, but then you're fucking, to me, your design just screams bland, I'm just like, all right, get out of my face. Get out of my face. So that's just me though. So getting him out of what, 40 plus servants earlier this year was like the biggest loss of my entire life. And I've taken a lot of W's over the course of my 24 years on this planet. And a lot of L's as well. That was probably my biggest L in my entire life. You know? If they put me to choose, I would have in mind wait, what were you saying? Hijikata or Nobumami. Alright, I mean if you like Hijikata, whatever, man. Hiji is basically a servant version of Arjuna Alter's first skill. Damn. He's the equivalent of one skill. Basically. Oh shit. On the new updated ranking for 5 stars, Morgan is better. I saw that. I actually saw that. I don't know. It's because, I mean, Morgan acts like as a semi-support as well. So I could see why people would rank her higher. Because she doesn't hit as hard as Arjuna Alter, right? But she has supportive capabilities, you know? She's more versatile, I guess. Thank you, Soul Spirit. I don't know why you called me a loser, but you have a fat ass. So, I mean, I might be a loser, but you got a fat ass. So, I mean, you tell me. You tell me which one's worse. I mean, some people might actually do like fat asses, but that's besides the point. Got set up. Hiji is such a... Yeah, no. Like, Hijikata could... Like, nah. No. There's no realm where I would ever rely on him. Or anything, really. The fuck? Yeah, and she is wifey. That's true. I mean, I'm sure when Arjuna Alter... Or if, at this point. If Arjuna Alter gets a raid up again... People might... What if he gets a buff? Let's think about this. Let's think in a alternate universe where Aniplex lost their mind and they decide to buff Arjuna Alter. What the fuck would happen? It depends on the buff, I guess. I guess it really does depend on the buff. Only interesting thing about him is he is Okido's boss. Yeah, literally, that's literally the only thing interesting about Nasiverse Hijikata. So yeah, so you know what? As per usual, we're gonna add a row below. We're gonna make it black or gray. I guess we're gonna make it gray. Oh shit, I didn't mean to make that gray. Let me do that. And then make this one gray. And we're gonna name this Hijikata bitch ass. You know, we're even gonna spell his name wrong because we do not respect him. Hijikata. Bitch ass. So this is where he's gonna go, because I don't feel good about having him next to Musashi. That's not something I feel good about. So put him there. Hijikata bitch ass. So he could eat my nuts. Yeah, I wish they would buff Gilgamesh though. Again, I want him to get buffed again. Okay, so this is where it stands. Again, I sent a link to the tier list thing in the comments, and I'll do it again. So if you guys want to make your own, go do that. Yeah, hashtag Hiji hate gang. Again, I am reluctant to say gang just because the last times I said that word, I got in trouble with YouTube because YouTube's auto I don't even know what to call it. Their automated system, I guess, to find inappropriate content's fucked. Are you going to stream your Yang rolls? Probably not. I want to, but probably not. I like recording those. I think I'll stream the JP ones though. JP rolls, depending on what it is. You don't know who the JP servant is. If it's Kotomi Nikide, I might even be nude in that video. I'm not gonna lie, I might be nude. Because if I see him pop up in my screen, my dick has to already be out, so I'll be ready to freaking go unleash, my guy. I'll be ready to unleash. Okay, so there you go. Doesn't have yeah, you can make the labels yourself. You can make your own labels. So shit is definitely lit nasty. All right, so this is I did the lottery like once or twice. I think I wasn't even focused on the lottery. I was too busy talking about the guaranteed SSR. So this is probably gonna be my last stream of 2021 because New Year's is literally in like 2 days. So I might stream the JP ones depending on when they drop, but that might be even next year. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream and hopefully you guys had a great year. Shit. And hopefully that momentum of having a good year this year carries over to next year. And shit's amazing. And again, thank you guys for wishing me happy birthday. By the way, I share the same birthday as Kotomine Kire, so shit's lit. And Hawks from My Hero Academia, who I just found out like a couple of months ago technically, but my brother reminded me like yesterday. But I share birthday with him as well. And Stanley, I share a birthday with Stanley. I share my birthday with a lot of, interesting people or interesting characters as well. So that's cool. So thank you guys for wishing me happy birthday. How many boxes did you get through? Not a lot. Like 25 maybe, I think. If my math is correct, 25, 26, 27, something like that. Maybe even 30. Did you know you had the same birthday as Sui Ishida, the author of... Wait, what? Let me look that up. You guys already know I fucking hate Tokyo Ghoul. I'm gonna be... That's gonna be ironic if I share the same birthday as the author of that shit. Okay, Sui Ishida. Best known for his dark fantasy, Tokyo Ghoul. I share the same birthday as him. December 28th, 1986. Yo, fuck Tokyo Ghoul, to be honest. That's ironic. If I ever meet him, I'll definitely be respectful, right? I'll be like, hey, man, I watch your anime, which isn't a lie. I'm not lying to the man. It's not like I'm being I'm saying I loved it. I watched it, read a little bit of it, shake his hand, maybe get his autograph, and then, say we had the same birthday, but fuck Tokyo Ghoul, fuck that bitch. Yo, spoiler alert, but there's a scene. I'm not gonna say who's in the scene just because again it's a huge spoiler. But somebody finally gets the chance to dick down a girl, and he ends up crying during sex. Who cries during sex? Alright, who does that? What who does that? You can cry after or beforehand, that's fine. But you don't get on top of your girl and cry. Okay, I'm not even going to get into it. This is the last stream of the year. I'm not going to start ranting about Tokyo Ghoul. We can talk about that next year, maybe. We'll see. All right, so this will be uploaded as a video afterwards, okay? This will be uploaded as a video afterwards. So if you guys are wrong, we rewatch this shit. All right? You guys can rewatch it. And if it's down for any reason, it's because I said the word gang and YouTube wants to stop people from saying certain words because they're weird. Freedom of speech is not real, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming again. My links to my socials are in the description and in the pinned comment. So if you guys want to keep up with me, they're gonna be there. Guaranteed videos will be uploaded on New Year's, I'm pretty sure, and I might stream my JP stuff depending on what it is. And yeah, this is probably the last stream. So happy New Year's, happy holidays. Thank you guys for the happy birthdays and all that stuff. Good luck with your guaranteed SSR, whoever you choose. And of course, your Yang rolls. Same thing with JP. We don't know who the New Year servant is. I'm just going to manifest it right now. Good luck with your Kotomine Kire rolls. If it's not him, I'm going to feel like a schmuck. Or Tiamat. It might be even Tiamat. Hey, fuck it. If it's one or two, if it's both, I'm going to freaking have my dick out and bust everywhere. But that's besides the point. I'll see you guys in the next one, which is, again, probably next year. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.